Hello.
Howdy.
Hello there.
Howdy.
The old Midwest goodbye. We started, I swear to God, at 4:30, and it was 5:17 when we pulled out of the driveway.
All you needed to do.
Lady's just like staring at you. She's like, listen, you got about 20 minutes before I shit on this carpet.
Alright, guys, sorry, I'm just getting this ready because it's being kind of a pain in my ass.
She's a good girl.
I want to make sure you see the right screen. Okay. Okay, welcome, everybody. Sorry for the late start, but it is Easter, and we always put family first. So...
She's in college, and she's got an elderly Great Dane.
Yeah, so we are going to get started here in just a minute.
She's like, so my boyfriend and I are
there we
going
go.
to Texas for a week next month. Do you guys think you might want to babysit or dog sit the puppy for a week? And I was like, puppy? That bitch is 11 and like 180 pounds. Yes, please bring her over. Bring her over.
Happy birthday day, yeah, indeed. All right, so let's jump on over.
Puppy.
All right.
She's such a sweetheart.
She is. That's a very sweet dog. Like, even with the little ones running around her, she's just like, oh, okay. Okay, so, hi, everybody. Welcome in. We do not have to go over just because we started late. We can kind of see where we're at. If everything lines up, maybe we'll stop right at 10, but if people want to keep going, we can. All right, so last week, you guys finished looting the vampire lair and actually you were able to get to go see the new headquarters that Marcus acquired for the group, and also kind of invited Zachary in as just one of the team. So he's kind of been chilling with you guys as well. And he does not seem to have a problem with it. In addition to that, so part of all of that was that there is a studio for Tempest specifically, and a pretty nice kitchen for Aegis. Kira has 2 rooms to herself. Bonkin, you weren't here, but Bonkin was very happy to be here last week after hanging out with some unconscious people for a little bit at the old headquarters. But
What do you mean Bonkin wasn't here? Bonkin was totally here. It was the best version of Bonkin I've ever seen.
No, yeah, when I watched it, I think it was like Thursday or Friday, I sent a message to Candace and said, wow, you played Bonkin better than I could have played Bonkin that day.
He did. He said 11 out of 10, you played Bonkin better than I did. So, now that everybody's here, I do want to give Bonkin a chance to be Bonkin, but where we left off was everybody, you guys just got kind of settled in the new quarters. You guys were all kind of chit-chatting, and I say that because I was Bonkin. You guys had just decided on a name, I believe. So I will allow you all to take it from here.
Hang on.
Unless there are questions.
XP recap.
Oh, yeah.
And what time and day is it?
So, hold on one second. I'm all discombobulated. Sorry, guys. So it is...
Because I had, when we started last session, it was Wednesday, January 9th at 11:30 to noon-ish.
Yeah. And you guys haven't done your long rest yet. So it's about... So when we started last time, I'd say it hasn't been that long that went by, to be honest. I know it was 3 hours, so it's probably 1:30 or so at this point. You guys managed to, I believe Aegis was making lunch or prepping to make lunch. So we'll say it's about 1:30 or so at this point. XP for everybody. Everybody got, except Bonkin, I'm sorry. Everybody got 1,000 XP for last session. There was a lot of really great roleplay, some very heartfelt and touching roleplay.
And Lucy, I did add Bonkin's XP to his character sheet from the vampire attempt.
Yeah, and then any gold, or any.
I also added
was
it all
added
to you.
as well.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was about to say thank you for that, because I did watch the video and heard well, mainly from Candace's side of things than your mic, that you added all to Bonkin.
Aegis is thrilled with the kitchen. Noted. All right, so yes, it is actually it's Tuesday, January 9th, just so that you know. It's Tuesday, January 9th, about 1:30 p.m. You guys are just about to sit down for lunch, and you have decided on oath bearers, or at least potentially decided on oath bearers for your group name.
I think what we left off on was Bonkin's most heartfelt, agreeable comment.
Yep.
Yeah, and I could not have said that better myself, so we'll pretend that I did say that.
What was it? I don't care what we're called, as long as it's together, something like that.
As long as we're all fighting together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally on brand.
100%.
So Marcus, hearing Bonkin say that, will kind of look across the table to Zachary and smile and go, well, does our resident chauffeur have any input on this situation?
On the name?
Well, fuck, Zachary. We've fed you, we've brought you in. Might as well bathe you and give you a shot at the name as well.
Well, knowing how you all function, I think it's very fitting. And if I get to be any part of what you all are doing, I'd love to be able to at least bear the symbol on the car.
I think that would be lovely. You're a very good driver, and I've spoken privately about you to the Golden Commander a few times, and I've actually happened to have learned how your pay works, at least to some extent. I can tell you that I cannot afford your cost. But on the days that we need to get places, I can easily afford to pay you for the day.
Is it something where if we all chipped in, Marcus, that it would be doable?
Sorry.
Since Zachary is a human, it's very easy to see, like, he's kind of blushing as you guys are talking about this while he's sitting there. So, just to be clear, the rate that you are aware of was for Alpha League. I mean, it's a little different with that. I'm kind of going from job to job, and, you know.
Oh,
so
I understand. So you're going to lower the price because we're lesser heroes.
No, I'm just going to increase it.
You son of a bitch.
But in all honesty, I would charge differently, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's fair. She is paying you 2,920 gold pieces per year, which breaks down to 8 gold pieces a day, which is what I was paying you. So, say you were to... Now, listen, I don't want Alpha League to lose a lot. And although we'll be more than willing to take missions from Alpha League and things of the sort, you would still technically be working with or for them via us. But let's say we wanted to hire you on permanently.
Well, let's do it this way. How about a percentage of what you make on a mission instead of a set cost? And it doesn't have to be a high percentage, but that way, if you don't make much, I'm not still asking you for too much. If you're letting me bear the name...
I would normally be all about that, but I'm a very smart man, Zachary, and I happen to know that if we were to pull, let's say, 3,000 gold pieces and we paid you a percentage, it's probably going to be far superior than 8 gold a day if that singular mission is paying you out that high.
How about a percentage with a cap?
What's the cap? 8 gold a day?
It's let's
That's
say
a very good salary where we come from.
5 or 6 gold a day if it's the whole day. Would be the cap.
I'm kind of concerned about, like, say, what if we go fight a whole bunch of zombies that don't have any money on them at all, right? We're talking about what we loot from the bodies, aren't we?
Well, yes, exactly. That's what I was considering as well. Now, Alpha League does, if we were to take a mission from them, they do pay a stipend on top of that, which we all have benefited from. However, if I'm doing my math correctly, let's say we were to pay you 1,800 and let's say we did 1,800 gold piece a year salary. Does that sound sufficient? Do the rest of you think we could each pay a portion of that now and just not have to discuss this for another year?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
As
We could
long
also. Sorry, go ahead, Kira.
she looked over at Marcus from where she and Min are standing in the stairwell, semi-awkwardly. As long as you're not contributing to that because you contributed to the place, and by contributed, I mean procured. So we would cover your portion of that, Marcus.
That's a good point. I mean, you put in all your money to this place. Why have to put in any more for any extra expense? That doesn't make any sense.
Money to me is fleeting. It means nothing. I mean, it holds weight, physically and metaphorically.
Literally.
But, yes. But it's... Listen, I know it sounds crazy to keep coming back to this point, but I truly know that my existence and my destiny was pre-written generations before I was even thought of. And the fact that I am here, fulfilling that destiny, regardless of how it goes, is the most exciting thing for me. I wish for no fancy vehicles or weaponry or magical items. I want none of that. I simply want to fulfill my destiny and die. And if I can do those two things, excellent. Everything else that happens until that point, fuck all to me. So I'm happy to pay a portion. He kind of flips his visor down, kind of fucks around with it for a second.
360-ish a piece.
That's easy, yeah.
Was that coming through or no?
Hold on one sec, Marcus. Can you finish the descriptor that you were doing with the visor?
Yeah, was I coming through or not?
Yeah, I could hear you, but I think you were coming through, but I can hear you in here too. So.
Okay. So he'll flip the visor up and say, I currently have over 1,500 gold pieces in this chip. I have nothing to do. I don't have anything to do with it. Do you all have? I'm hoping you all have at least around that amount.
Yeah.
So
Also, I'm terrible at math. What did you say that number was?
300 is Kira's absolutely just running numbers. Across the 5 of us, if we're doing 1,800, that would be 360 gold apiece. And she switches to Elven for a second. I will cover your portion, Marcus, because of everything that you have been doing for us. It's the least I can do. Switches back to common. And hopefully we can all chip that in now.
Marcus, it was like in the process of trying to argue, and then he just, for the first time, shuts up and just goes,
How do we do this? Do we just, like, I mean, like, I have everything on my card now, but I mean, how do I throw money at Zachary here? How does this work?
well,
do you want a job or not?
I do. I definitely do.
I guess that's
Especially
first and foremost, yeah.
with you all.
You can sleep here if you'd like. We've got rooms.
Honestly, this all sounds
Free.
really great.
Free room and board.
Ah, that's
Then-
something we can offer you that Alpha League didn't.
That's true. And
And did you know we have a world-renowned chef on staff here? And he kind of towards Aegis.
oh, I had a panini. Yeah, I know.
Oh shit!
Good stuff. So if you're going to offer me that, then why don't what did we say it was before?
1,825 gold pieces for the year.
Let's bring it down to 1,500 for the year. If you're offering me free room and board, that seems fair. Free room and board and exquisite cuisine. Is that a deal?
I mean,
Best
this,
I could
this
do
is a
900.
this is an absolute win-win for everybody here. I mean, God.
It truly feels like a win for me. I haven't I feel like I've been pretty obvious about my respect for the work that you all do, and like I said, getting to be a part of it would be incredible, and having solid work, not that it's been lacking with Alpha League, but solid work with the same people would honestly be great.
1,500,
pretty great.
but I get to put the symbol in the car.
Deal.
Well, I suppose that's that. He reaches into his pocket and he'll pull out. Oh, fuck no, I only had 5 badges made, didn't I?
Yeah.
He's going to take his badge off and he's going to set it on the table and slide it across. Welcome to the team.
He like grins across the table at Marcus and reaches over and pins it to his he has like a vest on. He pins it to his vest.
I'm going to send a text message to the Golden Commander and say, I'm going to need one more of those badges you had made for me. Please let me know what I owe. Time is not a factor.
P.S. We stole your drive.
P.S. attached is Zachary's letter of resignation we wrote.
Next, we're
that.
buying the building.
I was going to say, we're going to subcontract him out to Alpha League now, make money back on them when we take their missions, and I'm buying that fucking building. Kira, I got this whole lab thing set up already.
This campaign just turned a little. Give me a second.
You know,
This
I
went
heard
from
I get Walkitty's
superhero-
lab.
Yeah, I was about to say this went from superhero to super capitalist real quick.
Super entrepreneur.
Capitalist. Oh, it's a sim. Okay.
All right. Well, that sounds like a deal to me. You don't have to pay me like immediately right now. You know.
How would we transfer money to you?
Or you can just do the ship.
Yeah, but he would need a thing to be able to read it on.
He takes his phone out and it's got like this little white thing plugged into the bottom of it. And he just kind of shows it to you.
That's how I paid him for the day. He's still on the clock.
That's true, actually.
So what do I do?
Maybe-
Do I just put my card into the white thing and it takes the amount that it needs?
You actually could just tap it on. So there's this little symbol on your card. If you just tap it on there, it'll. Oh, hold on one second. He like taps on his phone a little bit. Okay, now you can do it.
Oh. Tap it. What did we say? How much did we say per?
It'll be
at this point?
300 for each of you.
300, please.
Best I can do is 900.
Did it do it?
Yeah. So, he like you tap it and it like beeps a little bit and then the screen's just sitting there and he reaches over and types in 300.
Okay, thank you.
And then there's a little check mark that he hits, and then it says transaction complete. And he's like, okay, thank you.
Aegis, Bonkin, do you have your money in the bank or sitting in a pile of coins?
About that. And Bonkin like moves this bag that he's been carrying, and he just puts it on, and that's like his money.
Thunk.
Yeah.
Bonkin, why don't I transfer money and then I'll take your coins to the bank?
I'd rather not have it in this small card thing. I had it in a safe
He doesn't
with
understand.
Alpha League.
I think there's a safe in each of the rooms. It's not very large, but whichever room you take, just put it in there.
I think Kira meant just your portion. If you want to pay her your portion of this, she will put the money you give her into the bank, but you can keep your money. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kira.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, please. That makes things easier.
I can do that, Aegis. And she just gives the most resigned, like, I know I'm not gonna like this answer, as she just says Aegis's name.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Don't know why, because not even the mic was muted or anything. It's weird. But he'll look up. I actually did get one of the...
Cut you out again.
Yeah,
You
you're
might-
muted again.
You might want to just try unplugging it and plugging it back in.
I have to do that with mine all the time.
I have to do it with mine too sometimes.
Poor Aegis is so anti-tech, it's breaking the fourth wall.
And now
Leading into
Aegis
the
is
real
Blair.
world.
What did you write, Aegis?
Okay, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm putting.
Oh,
For
I
now.
see.
Putting titles in order to know where people are sleeping.
That's awesome.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it was like a distance thing or anything like that.
Yeah.
But he'll look up. I actually did get the card, if for no other reason than the fact that I can't carry a...
Oh.
That's a pretty fair point.
I want to ask for a clarification. Marcus took Kira's bag last time, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I'm not encumbered.
That's good. That would have been a very long walk for Bonkin.
Okay, so talking logistics for 2 seconds. Lucy, you're still pulling the 300 from yours.
Oh yes, I'll still remove
Okay.
the 300.
And then, so Kira is going to, well, she'll slide the machine. She's going to type in the 300 and then slide the phone over to Aegis.
Oh, we can't hear you again.
That was me because I forgot to hit push to talk.
Okay.
That was all on me, I'll admit.
I was so mad at your
Um,
mic.
Now she's just mad at you.
Yeah.
And we can't hear you again.
Now she's mad at your mic.
How about now?
Yes.
He would just hand the card up to Kira. Like, he doesn't know entirely how it works. He just knows that it holds the money.
Yep. Okay. She'll help complete that transaction.
Okay. Yeah. So, Kira holds the card to the little white thing. It goes beep, and since the 300 was already typed in, it says transaction complete.
Okay. And then she is going to type in a number herself and tap her card to it and
Okay.
wait for it to say complete before she turns it around and slides it back over.
Is it gonna say complete, Kira?
It is going to say
Okay,
complete.
just making sure.
She has enough money in her account for the shit she's about to pull.
Okay.
But yeah, so
And you
I'm
can
gonna-
you can effectively just add the 300 from Bonkin to yours.
no, Bunkin. Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So
Yeah. I just like for the sake of brevity, I'm not gonna make you go to the bank. Just add the 300 to your.
well, yeah, it's moot anyway.
Mhm.
So
All right. Well, so
and I'll message you the amount as soon as I finish doing the math for it because I am not behaving.
okay. So Zachary will again as like the last transaction goes through, he kind of blushes and he's like, "Well, looks like you all have yourself a driver, and I truly appreciate it."
He'll probably get like a pat on the back from Bonkin. And then just show, welcome to the team, Mr. Zachary.
He goes,
I'm
"Nod."
sure,
Glad to have you, buddy.
yeah, I'm sure it'd be great having you.
Truly glad to be here.
Now we just need to pick out rooms still, I think, for the rest of us.
Yeah, I've got name tags up here. The ones that were already kind of taken or marked with a person's name. So there's one up to the northeast, one to the east in the center, and then one directly below my room.
And I think I'll grab this one for Tempest.
All right, there it is. Bonkin, you want the one with the... Oh, they both have a desk. You want the one with the fancy shape or just a plain old fucking rectangle?
I think old man style, he'll take probably the small one with the fancy shape. Just because it's smaller and it's what
yeah.
he's used to.
This is a really great place, Marcus.
Oh, well, don't thank me. I didn't build it.
You procured it, from what I understand.
Well, yes, I mean, I spoke to a few people, had to shake down a nun, but besides that, I'm kidding, I didn't shake down a nun, come on.
Yeah, Aegis. Disapproving looks from Aegis. Well, right.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to do what you have to do, change things around. If you need anything, like I have told Master Tempest and Mistress Kira, if you need anything for any of your accommodations, just let me know. I'll get a hold of the landlord and we can figure out redecoration.
Thank you.
Also, Candace, I messaged you.
Got it. Oh, okay, thank you.
This is a nice place you got, Mr. Marcus.
It's our place, Master Bonkin.
Alright, I guess that is how that works, yeah. Still, thank you very much for the room and for the new place, I guess.
You are very, very welcome, Master Bonkin.
You gotta let us help pay for it next time, though.
Well, you just paid for Master Zachary, so I think we're all pretty squared away, aren't we?
That was just for a year, wasn't it? If we stay longer, I hope we don't.
Well,
personally.
Sure.
But if we do, then we all pay everything.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
We've got at least a year, so you'll forget about it by next week anyways.
You're probably right.
What were we talking about?
Master Tempest.
I swore I just said something, but I don't feel like I said something.
So, does anybody need anything in the now? What was our net? What were we planning on doing? Were we taking some time for ourselves, or we have the pager and the radios now, so we can keep our ears open for things happening around, out and about. If anything comes up for Alpha League, I highly suggest we take it because they pay really well. And that's it.
I'm
Plus, we
still,
doubled it because of him. Points at Zachary.
I'm still. I could continue to fight for a bit, and Min never really gets tired, but it would be nice to take some time to rest, and if it's possible for us to take some downtime, I have a wall to rip out, or your contractor does, and I have some ooze that I don't want to ferment, I guess. I don't know what happens to ooze if it sits too long, but I need to... Oh! Turns to Zachary. Don't eat the Jell-O.
Okay.
Why don't we back that up?
It'll literally eat you.
Can you just mark? Can we get something to stick on the labels of things that have to stay in the fridge that say don't eat? You know what? Why don't I do this? Let me reach out to somebody. Mistress Kira, I'm going to have them bring you a fridge for your space, and you can just house all of your...
I was just about to suggest that. Yeah, keep a fridge for your weird shit. And keep your weird shit out of our fridge, please. Sorry to be mean about that. It's ooze.
Oh, it's ooze. Ooze is not Jello. Just so everybody's clear. Nobody eats the ooze.
Well, when we take a few, hopefully just a few days, it won't be in the fridge anymore.
In the
There's still some
meanwhile,
stuff I need to move back from the Alpha League still. So I mean, we take some time to do that, right? And then I can help blow out that wall if you'd like.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. And there were some things in the pantry that we should probably pick up.
You mean all your monsters?
Weren't many left. She kind of mutters, not looking at Bonkin.
well, you can enjoy them from time to time. Just try not to get, I guess, too many at a time.
Of course, moderation is key.
He does a very judgmental, like, dad look from above you.
Excuse you, she's on the stairs.
Fair enough.
She
Still
has height
above.
advantage.
Marcus, you receive a text back from the Golden Commander, which is kind of odd. Usually she answers right away. And you get a thumbs up, and it says, "We think one of them might be waking up soon. Their brain waves are changing."
I'm gonna send a text message back immediately back, because it doesn't take me time to fucking respond to my friends. And I'm gonna say, is there any way to delay that till the morning? We are so very tired. We've been fighting vampires all day.
This time you do get one back right away. And it says, I suspect none of them would be ready to speak till morning anyway.
I'm gonna send back a thumbs up emoji, and then C, a U, and then an arrow pointing to the sun emoji. I'm just gonna send that.
Okay. Alright, got it.
He's really trying to figure this thing out. He'll look to the rest of the group after he's done fucking with the visor. He'll flip his thing up and just be like, wow, that was interesting. We should rest. I am completely tapped of resources, I can tell you right now. I can barely think. My head is pounding. I'm so low on energy. But the Golden Commander says that they expect to bring to consciousness one of the shitheads tomorrow. So, Master Tempest, I believe you wanted to have a conversation. Master Zachary, if we could just make sure we're available to ferry anybody.
Absolutely. What shitheads? Would we be?
Well, they're not shitheads. I mean, they're the people who were the people who were attacked by the vampires. People we brought back.
I mistook. I was assuming we had somebody else in the pod still. You're right. That probably makes more sense. I don't know. We've taken a lot of people prisoner
That's why I was
in
asking.
the last 3 weeks, so they're either shitheads
These are
or
these are the prisoners who aren't shitheads. Yes, the rare exceptions.
Yes, I will absolutely. I can be ready. No problem. Obviously, I'm on the clock. He gives like a weird cheesy grin. Is there anything you guys need? I don't know, groceries or things like that?
I think Master Aegis can probably get you a list.
I could.
Master Aegis, if you can prepare a list, if I'm not mistaken, DM, remind me, what I paid for this place also included a stipend for groceries, so that we didn't have to worry about.
Oh, that's actually quite helpful.
It is helpful.
Maybe not saffron in every dish, but, you know.
Oh, well, you know what,
I
I can...
love saffron.
It cut out again, Logan. I don't know why it's doing that. I might have a driver update or something.
Aegis would just, as he says saffron, just go ahead and pat on the little pouch on his side.
Spice bag.
Well, excellent. If you need anything at all, just let me know. As long as it's within my power, I will help. Did you have a specific room in mind for me, Marcus? So I can
Go up the stairs, and it'll be directly in front of the northern stairwell, the one that Mistress Kira is standing on. You will walk as you walk up. It'll be the first door you encounter exiting the
Got
stairway.
it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll be neighbors.
Oh, great.
Lucky you.
Sorry for the strange music coming out of my room at like 2 a.m.
That's all right. It'll be okay. And he does. He gets up and.
Or the strange sounds that aren't music.
Okay. He kind of like looks over his shoulder at Tempest as he goes up the stairs, and then heads up and kind of just is peeking around the room and stuff.
Meanwhile, as like Zachary gets up, Bonkin will be like reaching into his pockets, and he'll find something, and he'll like kind of hand it over to Kira, and it's gonna be like these really brightly colored papers on like probably a weird shape, that look like they're sticking to one another, each other by like one point. I found some of these from the commander. I think you can use them to label your goo.
I'm fucking sticking up.
Yeah.
So she's gonna take
They
them.
stick on things.
She's gonna take these strange cubes of paper, and turn it over in her hands. She's gonna kind of flip through it a little bit, peel one off. Oh. And then
Yeah,
she's
it's
gonna
gray, and you can still stick it. Like, and he has one that's probably stuck to his hand, and he just pulls it off and puts it on something else.
if there's anything that I've learned from watching the movies, question: was the kitchen already like stocked when we came in here?
Yeah, I imagine it would have been since that was part of the agreement. Yeah.
Then she is going to go down the stairs and like start looking through the drawers to figure out where the junk drawer that exists in every TV show she's ever seen to see if she can find a marker.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
So it's entirely TV education here.
Yeah, so you look through a few drawers. You don't find any markers, but you do find one drawer that has pens and rubber bands. So you're pretty sure that's the drawer you're looking for.
Aha! And she'll pull out a pen and she will scrawl "do not eat" in Common and then again in Elven. And then she's going to go over to the fridge. Don't ask when she put it in the fridge. And she's gonna open it, rifle through a couple things, slap it on the jars, and then tuck the pen into her bag.
Okay.
Why'd you write that in Elven? You don't think I can speak Common or read it?
I think it's for herself.
So Min doesn't get into it.
How much sentience does Min actually have? Where that becomes a problem.
Min stares at Marcus,
Right as
unblinking.
Candace,
Mm-hmm.
Bonkin pets Min.
I'm gonna... okay. So... I'm gonna target Min with my telepathic speech, and I'm going to push my presence into her mind, and I'm going to say, "Can you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying?"
So
Gotcha.
give me 1 second. Hey, Kat, send me send me Min's stats in a.
Yeah, I'm looking at the moment.
Okay.
Do you want like just straight up ability scores, or
Yeah.
do you want the full block?
The ability scores is what I'm looking for right now.
I have a feeling I know which one you're looking for in
Mhm.
particular.
I think you know.
I don't like it.
I like where this is going.
Okay. So you don't feel anything like forcing you out of Min's mind, Marcus, and you're your presence in there kind of it feels kind of weird. It's more than just words. Like when you talk to somebody else, you're just putting words in their mind. And you did what language did you speak in?
Me?
Yeah, like what language were you projecting?
It would probably be an Elven, to be
Okay.
honest with you, with its min.
So you more than like hearing a thought or words back. I had a feeling it just, but instead of like words back, it's more like a sense or a feeling, and it's like yes, like you get the sense of yes, but you don't hear a word back of yes.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a feeling.
Mhm.
Okay. I will immediately pull my presence back into my own body, and that's it.
Okay. And Kira, obviously, you would have noticed a disturbance in the force during that moment.
You know what? Because, and you can correct me if you don't like how this is, how it's going, but I feel like as
Yeah.
Marcus reaches out to Min, Kira, like, puts a hand up to her head for just a second, as it's kind of just the, like, oh, that was a strange feeling. More as the, like, the magical strings get tapped a little bit.
Yeah.
But-
Give me a
Marcus would have. I mean, when he does that, he doesn't avoid contact. I mean, he would look straight down.
Okay. Give me a perception check, really quick.
At least while he does the initial entry. Once he gets in, he's in.
Ew. That was garbage.
8. I mean, okay, so I had an idea. So, even with that being as low as it is, you are linked to this creature, right? So, you couldn't hear what Marcus asked her. You could just sense that someone else was kind of communicating with her in a similar fashion to the way that you do it. And just as a note, Marcus he said specifically he looked at Min when he did that. So, I mean, you can surmise however you want, but you can tell, like, for a split second, her attention just wasn't fully on you. That's all.
Then yeah, just the kind of, as she was closing the fridge, it's just kind of that, like, pause, puts a hand to her temples for a moment, and then shakes her head and goes back to finishing labeling things. Doesn't
Okay.
bring it up or anything right now.
Right now, okay.
Right, so we rest for a bit then, and we can reconvene tomorrow. We can maybe make a trip to the Alpha League, and if nothing pressing requires our attention, then maybe we take just a hair of time for ourselves to just get ourselves situated.
I like the sound of that.
I think that's a great idea, Mr. Mark.
Wonderful. If anybody needs me, I'll be in my room upstairs, Master Bonk, and I'm directly ahead of you in the center of the middle floor.
Oh, all right. Oh, also, as he walks by, he's also about to go up to the stairs and go to his room. He'll go, Miss Kira, if you need help breaking your wall down for whatever reason that is, I don't mind helping.
She absolutely just grins in response.
Bonk and just punching the wall down.
Alright, so, is there anything that anybody else wants to do during this time other than take a long rest?
Bonkin will probably go for a quick smoke as just a extra.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Tempest will probably spend some time up in the studio for a little bit, just jamming out, then
Yeah,
rest.
and the acoustics are just perfect up there. Like, when Marcus said he had a sound guy, he wasn't kidding. He really does have a sound guy. Alright, so, for the sake of brevity, everybody could take a long rest. Marcus, when you, like, right before you take your visor off in your room,
Mm-hmm.
you see that flickering NW again on the screen.
Okay.
It shows up just for a second. It doesn't pop up in a text or anything. It's just kind of on the screen, and it says NW. And this time it also has, one second. This time it has a 663 before the N. And then it looks like there's something trying to come through before the W, but you can't. It's not coming through.
Okay, so it says 63 NW.
Yep, 63N and then a space and then W.
Okay, got it.
And then as you lay down to go to sleep, there we go. So as you lay down to go to sleep, when you first close your eyes, and I'll, because I'm going to share it on the stream too, so I'll just share it with everybody because y'all will see it. But as you go to close your eyes, you see this just for a split second.
Man, what the fuck?
And it does kind of like startle you because you're not expecting to see it. So you open your eyes and kind of look around, and when you close your eyes, it's gone. Except for, you know how you can sometimes see the negative.
Mm-hmm.
It's there, and then it fades away.
What the fuck? Okay, like, I have an idea just like Kevin seeing this, but like, do I have any idea what the hell this may symbolize?
I'll let you choose either raw intelligence or history.
Raw intelligence it is. Oof, 13.
Okay. So when you see this, it does seem familiar to you. It is kind of blurry and it seems weird, but it reminds you a lot of like home.
Mm-hmm.
When it
Okay.
first pops into your mind, it reminds you a lot of home.
Okay, understood. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on that because I can see a structure within what I think I'm looking at, and I'm gonna just kind of like focus in on that then,
Okay.
and then go to sleep.
All right. Tempest, when you go to sleep, it's similar. It's similar to the other experiences that you have had, where you're hearing the singing and it kind of lulls you to sleep. It does sound a little more distant, and based on the conversation you had, which I did fail to mention in the recap because I was trying to hurry. I apologize. But in the last session, Tempest did have a conversation with his new contact. But she sounds a little more distant in her singing. Like usually, it's kind of like she's right there. But she did tell you she's tired, so.
Yeah, Tempest would definitely chalk it up to her being sleepy. So cool.
All right, so everybody can benefit from a long rest.
Candace, with the long rest, can I use the right tool for the job to make a set of basically household tools, stuff that we can use to take down this wall?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
So you're gonna make
It's
what, like a sledgehammer and stuff
Yeah,
like that?
there's sledgehammer, crowbar. It's just a tool bag with just your basic demo work because I think that's funny.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
It's supposed to be artisans' tools, but I don't think D&D accounts for I want to take down a wall in my new
In a modern
superhero
day setting,
headquarters.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
It's a little niche. It's a little niche.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, great. So now it is the morning. It's Wednesday, January 10th. You guys wake up. Marcus wakes up before everybody else, as usual. Aegis pretty soon after, I believe is usually how it goes.
Gotta be up early to make that breakfast.
That's right. They're counting on you. And Tempest, whenever you wake up, you'd probably hear Zachary waking up around the same time. Unless anybody's gonna get him first.
Nah, I wouldn't get him. I'm gonna pull a little chair, like a little stool up though, and sit kind of up against the railing.
Okay. I'd say right now for Marcus and Aegis, it's probably, honestly, it's like 6:30 in the morning.
Oh, well, fuck that. I'll sit at the table then.
Okay. Yeah, everybody
spot
else
now,
is
bitch.
still kind of knocked out. Or not knocked out, depending on who they are.
Probably wait till I hear like bonking kind of thunder down the hallway before making my way down there.
Okay. Yeah, and Zachary's right above the kitchen, so he'd probably get up once he started smelling stuff cooking.
I think Kira's gonna come out of the room when, like, she hears people moving, but it's only long enough to, like, collect people's gear
Yeah, it's
as she's, like, in that, like, not half asleep, but that very focused brain. She's like, we never took care of everything. Come on. Just hand it over. I'll take care of it. I'll give it back before breakfast.
I mean, I haven't used my rapier since last time you repaired it.
And have you oiled it recently?
No,
Has it left its scabbard recently?
no.
Uh-huh. Hand it
he
over.
laughed through that.
Okay.
Marcus?
Oh, yes. There you go.
And she'll collect everyone's stuff and then disappear again to do basic maintenance stuff and to be back out before breakfast. Let me know when there's whatever that is done, because I know that's going to be amazing. Points at the kitchen, goes back to room.
It should, yeah. So a little bit of time goes by. Aegis is cooking up a delicious breakfast. Brings Zachary out of his room, probably Tempest out of his room. Let's say it's probably like, close to 7:30 at this point. 6:50 or 7:15, 7:30, something like that.
I think Bonkin would kind of be awake at that time too. And of course, the best place to be in the morning is in the kitchen, so that's where he's at.
Perfect.
He does probably get lost going to someone else's room by accident.
I believe that. Good
Stairs
morning,
next hallway over, Bonkin. This is my room. Let's go.
everybody.
Oh, fact.
Ooh, innkeeper style. Yes. Marcus is already a plate fucking deep as you guys come down the stairs. Oh, this is on fire today, my friends.
Zachary, oddly enough, he looks just the same. Like, he doesn't look sleepy, like rubbing his eyes. He looks like he is just pumped and ready to go, just as always.
You said he's a human, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, he's doing cocaine. I'd have given
Do we
him a pass
know-
if he was an elf.
Do we know any more news on those people that we captured or we saved yesterday? Or we gonna head over there?
Shit. Hold on. He picks the visor up off the table, puts it on, folds it down, starts scrolling through his messages, see if there's anything that came up through the night.
No, nothing came up through the night, but you can see, like, when you open the messaging app that she is active, like, her phone's on.
All right, I'll just send her a message really quick and say, what's the details on these people?
So instantly you can see that she starts typing back, and she says, so they are awake. We're still trying to figure out what the link was, other than they all received some invitation.
Okay, so Marcus will say, well, she says they're awake. Something about them being tied together via invitation, so we can go and start asking questions if we want to. I'm not very perceptive when it comes to reading people, typically, but I'd be more than happy to accompany everyone.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just want to learn more about these Genasi. What they're all about, and why I got the message about them too.
True. Oh, that is. I'm very curious about why. Yes.
Oh, did I tell you guys I talked to my my water lady yesterday?
What?
Yeah, I had a nice. Well, wasn't so much of a talk so much as me trying to figure out exactly what she was saying, which I guess is talking in general. Anyway, very, very enigmatic. She said she's from our time, and I asked her why she chose me, and she said she was from our time. So I don't know what that means exactly, but it seemed like it took a lot of energy to even talk to me. So
It's really interesting you say that, because when we were fighting that vampire, I as I threw it into the cloud of daggers, told it that its kind didn't belong here, and before it died, it looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Neither do yours." Do you think it was referencing, like, people from the past? All of us? Or was he a terrible racist?
Probably a terrible racist, but I mean, he looked like he was from our time too, right? I mean, he had the same clothes.
That's what I thought.
Hey,
Master Aegis, anybody else have... Did anybody get a better look at any of those people in there? I wonder if these 4 people aren't from the past as well, that he had snatched up. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here.
Maybe there's more
That's-
people like us. That'd
yeah.
be interesting.
I suppose that's not a bad way to look at it.
I mean, didn't Mayoru say he sent other people to get the relic, or was it just us?
Hey,
You did say that.
I did.
Well, he said that. You didn't say that. Well, you did just say that, but yes.
How many other people do you send? I don't actually remember this conversation.
Say what? As Kira's coming down the stairs, balancing everyone's gear. Min has a rapier in her mouth. Scabbard. In the
shit.
scabbard.
That's a lot of gear you got there.
That was fast.
Thank you.
Send a
Yes,
message
if-
to the Golden Commander and just say, just so you know, Candace, we will be there this morning.
Okay,
Leave it at that.
thank you.
Well, yeah, if it's maintained regularly, it doesn't take much time at all. And she'll pass out everyone's stuff again to them. What
I guess I
what
should
did I
probably
miss?
find out what kind of oil to use for my sword. Thank you.
I don't think I asked to oil me fists, but thank you anyway for your help.
That's
Marcus?
a very different thing entirely.
Marcus just stands up and starts putting his arm around very abruptly.
Okay, so breakfast. How's that going, Aegis? So Aegis serves everybody breakfast. Zachary, like I said, he's pumped, ready to go. He has his coffee. It's delicious breakfast, and he's got his pin proudly on his vest again. I'm gonna go get the car ready. Thank you so much, Aegis. That was delicious. And then he grabs one of the to-go, like, you know, I'm not sponsored, but Yeti cup, and then like pours his coffee into it and heads downstairs. Or heads outside, I guess we're already downstairs.
I bet he's never even seen a Yeti.
I
I've never seen a Yeti.
I sometimes feel like a yeti.
You look kind of
You
like
look
a
like a
Yeti,
Yeti.
Master Bonkin, except they're typically much paler in fur.
And I heard they can breathe cold fire. Is that true?
Okay, quick question. Did that chair
No,
just walk in the fucking
no,
room?
no.
Okay.
I was just gonna let you guys know that the chair that Chandoff did make it. I was just putting it.
Oh, Chandoff, hey, buddy.
That's a question I have to ask
Yeah.
with this group.
It's
'Cause
true.
It could have happened. If an armchair walks through that door, I wouldn't be surprised.
But you guys still have lounging Larry in the living room.
Yeah, I thought about doing the animating performance and bring him upstairs, but I didn't know if I'd need that today.
Yes, fair. That's a good point. Okay, so anything else anyone wants to do before you guys head out? All right. Okay, so you guys head over to. Hold on a second. You guys so you get a text back from the Golden Commander, and she says, "Okay, meet me in my office." So we'll throw you guys there. 1 second. Actually, let me put.
I'll tell everybody too when I get that. I'll kind of like lean back over in the car and just go, "Okay, this is very strange. She wants us to meet her in her office."
Why is that weird? We've met her in her office plenty of times.
Yeah, but isn't the medical bay way further down in the building?
Well, I mean, they didn't let me in last time, so maybe that, I don't know, she has to give us permission or something.
Oh, that's possible.
No,
Plus,
but there-
also could just be debrief on information.
Also possible. I always think the worst of people.
So you guys get downstairs. Zachary's there. He's ready for you guys. He drives you over to Alpha League, and he pulls up and he's like, I'll wait out here. I don't know if I know I'm a part of your group, but I don't know if I necessarily need to be in the conversation.
No, it's fine. You can wait downstairs.
Okay.
It's no problem.
So yeah, you guys get there. You take the elevator up to her office. She's in there. She's looking on her computer screen. She's like sitting behind her desk typing and clicking, looking through stuff. But when she sees you guys come in, her attention totally shifts to you. She stands up. So, vampires, huh?
Oh, Golden Commander. Wonderful to see you. How are you?
Good.
It's been a long time, Cheryl. I'm kidding. I don't know your real name. Golden Commander, I kid. Yes, vampires. We're vampire hunters now.
And a couple other things, but that's
Cheryl. Yeah. So, okay, so how did okay, so I guess we can start with where were they?
kind of on the outskirts of town.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, what was that address? We had the address, actually, didn't we? Hold on. What the fuck is the address?
yeah, because it was on the invitation.
3743 Deer Cove Drive. Fridays and
Somebody still has-
Saturdays.
Somebody still has the actual invitation, though, right? Or did
It was
Mom
in the
lose that?
car. Yeah, you guys somebody would have it.
Yeah, here you are. Look at that.
Interesting.
So that was one little nugget of information. I also got another information from something else that told us to go there. That missing people were involved.
Like you got like a tip? Okay.
Yeah, you can call that. Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm gonna forward her the picture of the picture from underground of the entrance. And this was down below.
Oh, that
You
is
should see it in a sec.
That is interesting. Okay.
It was really intense.
Okay. And on the other side of that is where you found the vampires.
Yes. We knew something was up because when we'd entered the place, it looked like it hadn't been used in many, many years. When we found an entrance that led us underground, however, it was clear that the basement portion had been bored out by some creature. I thought it was an earth genasi at first, and then the undead, zombified boulettes reared their ugly fucking heads, and we fought, what, 3 of those things? 4?
Well, 2 of them.
2? Was it just 2, really? Boy, it seemed
It
like
was,
a lot
it was
more.
2. It was 2 of those boulettes, and then a bunch of zombies and bats and rats. But the bats and
Right.
rats weren't a big deal.
And
And
that one
afterwards, there
magic
was
guy.
Yeah, there was a spellcaster down there. The vampire wasn't, honestly. I was very nervous when I saw him coming up and out of that crypt, but
You put him
we
in the
threw
blender.
him we threw him in a cloud of daggers, and he was not very happy about that.
He did hit pretty odd though.
Oh, he hit like a heavy, fully loaded wagon. Yes.
Okay. So boulettes are not commonly seen, but undead ones are.
I thought the same thing, unheard of. That's why I knew that something powerful was nearby, because that's not something your average necromancer can just wisp up with an incantation.
Did it seem like the tunnels branched off at all?
You know, we weren't really paying attention. I don't think.
I mean,
we
there
were.
was a little cave off to one side that we didn't really investigate, but that's where all the bats and rats came from. So I think we just kind of assumed that's just where they lived.
Oh, that makes
That's
sense.
true.
That makes sense. Okay.
And then we were trying to make sure that those that needed medical attention could get it quickly, and it didn't go on the way back.
Oh, I'm not chastising. I'm asking questions because I'm curious.
No, please ask away. And while you're at it, give some thanks to Master Aegis, because as far as a medical professional is concerned, I've never seen work like that on a battlefield in the heat of combat versus something as potent as a vampire. It was well done, Master Aegis.
Well, thank you.
Oh, as usual, excellent work. I'm honestly glad that it was you all. Your attention to detail on these things, I feel that it's either a gift or an art that's been lost over the years, so I do appreciate that. And the thought to take a picture was very wise. Okay, well, man, that is... She's like looking at the picture really closely. That is some seriously detailed work.
Does that remind you of anything? Is that like a thing around here?
No, not that I'm aware of, but I mean, truly, that is intricate work. Did it look new?
Pretty sure the boulette didn't do that though.
No, I didn't even know that undead bullets existed. Did the entryway look new or old or?
Did it look older or newer?
Yeah, it's a good question.
I don't remember taking a note. Let me check.
Yeah, I don't think anybody particularly asked, and I don't know if it was in my description.
I probably wouldn't have paid attention, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. Not this character.
Yeah.
Here
Yeah,
it goes.
I would probably just be awed by like the look of it all rather than like how old it was.
Well, that's fine. We have the location. We can easily have people, as long as you all are okay with it, because this is your discovery. But we can have people go down and try to investigate and try to figure some more information out about how the heck this would have come to be, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I feel like that's kind of one thing. I feel like we'd really be missing out on not having you guys like right in the know.
Yeah, that's very huge benefit to this partnership. It's equally beneficial, I think.
Absolutely agree.
We can't be certain that there's not more of the bullets, though, so whoever goes should go with caution.
Noted. Thank you for that. Yeah, we'll send a team. We'll send a team that can fight and a team that does research, so that way we're not leaving our people out in the wind. I appreciate that. Okay, so the victims that you brought back, they were actually on a missing persons list.
All of them.
All of them, yes.
Shit.
There's a couple of others. There's two more that were reported missing around the same time, but the fact that you were able to bring back any of these missing people is incredible.
You can probably mark the other two as dead.
A dwarf and
dwarf and an elf.
yeah.
I believe. Hang on, I have it written down.
There's a dwarf male and a female elf.
You said they were on a missing persons list. Is this something publicly available, or is this something that the Alpha League has access to?
So the missing persons list is usually through the police department. If you want, I can have somebody there contact you to get all of that stuff in order so that you have access to that. That way they know that you are an active group.
That would be appreciated. Next time if we run into anything, we can compare it to this list and see.
Absolutely.
Speaking of that, do we need to seek out any local official for registration? I mean, back in our time, if we were to form a guild wherever we were to operate, we'd have to find a license and whatnot. What's that process like?
Well, there's two ways to do it. You can go to town hall and fill it out there, or you can go online, either on your phone or on
Kira?
Kira pulls out the tablet. She has a feeling it's going to be easier there. She leans against this couch, like, so this tablet is right over Tempest's head and is just starting to tap away.
tap, 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 right on Tempest's head. Okay, yeah, so she'll walk over and she'll type in, like, the site. It's actually a really easy form to fill out, and funnily enough, it'll come to me, so once I see it come through, I'll approve it, and then they will have all of your information, and you'll...
Oh, is there any cost for that?
No, You're helping to keep the town safe. They don't charge. It's just so that way they know who you are if you show up on a crime scene or if you show up somewhere where police has responded. It's not going to be a surprise. Marcus,
Do we put in Golden would you put in Golden Commander or your actual name?
when I sign off on it?
Yeah. Oh no, when you registered,
Like
do we
our
need to have
names.
Oh.
names?
Well, it's not a bad idea. They do give you the opportunity for aliases. Not everybody has one. I recommend it, but it's up to you. It'll have an option for you to enter an alias.
You can enter the ninth sun for me.
What was I gonna say?
We can probably talk about this
yeah.
this evening. It doesn't need to be done right this instant. I can bookmark this. Where was that? Ah!
Yes, that's perfect. See, you're learning. Also, if you have, I don't know if you all agreed on a name for your group, a symbol for your group, all of that stuff can be uploaded with this, so that way if they see it, they know. Now, I can tell you, if you show up somewhere where there are people fighting or someone's being kidnapped or there's an active issue, I doubt anybody's going to stop you from running headlong into danger if it looks like you know what you're doing. But having this in place is a good idea, and it can also help with, getting more jobs and payment and that kind of thing.
Awesome.
Okay, and so yeah, Marcus, and she'll reach into. She's not wearing her suit; she's wearing like regular clothes right now. So she'll reach into her pocket and hand over the pin.
He'll take it and reaffix it to his mantle. It's like, well, that was very quick. Thank you. I think the oath bearers are complete now.
That's wonderful. I'm honestly really glad to hear that. And you guys are already before you were the oath bearers, you were making a name for yourself, but everybody's gonna know who you are, I'm sure. So from the victims that you did bring back, we were able to get their names. The Earth Genasi's name is Brock. I see Lucy laughing. The air... You guys are just going to keep laughing. The Air Genasi's name is Gale. The elven teenager, her name was Melanie. And then the human female was Jean Fellows. The two others that you had, I can confirm. They were a dwarf and a human. The dwarf, I don't know what state they were in, but the dwarf was a female. Her name was Lindsay Strasshammer. And the human should have been male, and that was Tegan Drowney.
Well, they can be listed as deceased. I drove a stake through both of their hearts myself because they'd been drained by the vampire. Or its spawn. Either way, I can guarantee you it was probably bound to be no good.
Even in today's technology, everything we haven't figured out the best way to reverse those. So that was probably the best choice, especially if they were drained.
Oh, they were long deceased. They were on Lounging Larry for what, minutes? I think, Master Tempest. Yes.
Oh, I mean, we don't know how long they've been there before we kicked the door in, but they were pretty well drained. Yeah.
All right. Should I ask what Lounging Larry is, or no?
It's another
always
one
my
of
couch.
Yeah.
No further questions. We'll be accepting no further questions.
Oh goodness.
I bring couches to life now.
Golden Commander, have you heard of this Elaine Becker?
Elaine Becker. That does ring a bell.
Yeah, she's a local saleswoman, runs a shop
Jewelry?
in town. Yes.
Ah, yes.
Any issues with her before our arrival? Anything to know about criminal history? Anything?
No criminal history that I'm aware of. So you would think with the pristine aura, I guess, that she gives off with her shop, that when you walk in, she'd be either dolled up or at least looking professional. But most of the time, anytime I've seen her, even while she's working, she's dressed way down. So she's very confident in what she does, that's for sure.
No, she was definitely disheveled, but very kind woman. Helped me realize I'm not allowed to do the bartering anymore.
At least not for less than 900.
Best I can do is 900, thank you.
Oh, goodness. Okay. You guys have had a very busy... She looks at her watch. 26 hours since we talked.
Life moves fast sometimes, you know?
Crime never sleeps. I saw that somewhere.
She,
Crime never sleeps, and neither do we.
yeah, Kira like blurts
It's not
that
true.
out, and it kind of, she like starts a little bit and looks over. Yes, that's what energy drinks are for, I suppose.
She taps her bag.
So, if you want to speak with them, we let them know that you all would be coming by. They would like to see you to say thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
When we were talking with them, you know, we didn't get in, there's nothing earth-shattering that we were able to get from them. They all got the invitation to Club Thirst, is what it was called. Club Thirst.
Club Thirst. Boy, that's fucking appropriate.
Hindsight.
Wow. Yeah,
There's-
they
Do you have any
they
others?
broadcasted that, didn't they?
Are there any other clubs in your city, like Club Demonic Portal to Hell Free?
Club drink your
Club-
fucking blood out of your neck, kind
Yeah.
of.
Travel back in time. No, we don't have any of those. So the problem is there are a lot of entrepreneurial spirits, and you know, the world is your oyster. So people have been opening all sorts of weird things, and they're part of the underground crowd, which this literally was, but that's not always the case. So I'm guessing that they used that to their advantage to try to lure victims in, and apparently it worked. But they said that they received the invitation. It was kind of like, well, you will learn this now that you've got your own place. A lot of restaurants and clubs and stuff will leave these things hanging on your doorknob, and it was kind of like that. It was just sort of left for them to find by their door. They thought they'd check it out, and you know, Melanie is the one who's the most talkative, I'd say. She's the youngest, and she said she just wanted to try something out. She focuses on her schooling like way too much and wanted to sort of let loose, and now she says she will probably never do that again. So
Yeah, let loose
Yeah,
at
that's
Club
good.
Thirst. Congratulations.
I'm very interested to find what kind of brain brings somebody to that place thinking like, yes, this is a great idea. That
Well,
place
I
was
mean-
sketchy.
you never know. So that's the problem, though. These underground places are sketchy on purpose. It's almost like a theatrical level of sketchy. So being brought into an underground tunnel in a club is a really good story you get to tell people, unless you don't live.
Fortunately, 2 people didn't live to tell
Right.
that story, right?
But 4 did, and don't take that away from yourselves. I guarantee you, they were being laid out for feeding over time. What we found is that they had a very slow poison that was consumed in some way. I'm not sure, force-fed or tricked, but they had a slow poison that was kind of keeping them unconscious, dying initially until they were brought back, and then they were just left unconscious. So now they have woken up from that. I think the effects just wore off. We couldn't do anything to wake them. That's frightening to me, knowing that there's a slow poison out there, or at least there was. Who knows if it died with the vampires you took out, but that's something to keep an eye out for sure.
I assume if these vampires had, a graphic designer, chances are they have somebody to distribute their poison. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's more of it.
She sort of wags the invitation in the air. Well, the graphic designer's not that good, so let's hope that, their poisoner is the cousin of their graphic designer.
Or maybe it's the same person.
Hopefully. Hopefully graphic design is their strength. So again, yes, if you'd like to speak with them, you are more than welcome to do so. Like I said, Melanie is talking the most. Brock's really kind of pissed at himself and hasn't opened up very much. And Gail is really quiet, but she'll speak. I think she's embarrassed and kind of still recovering, so.
Okay. Well,
Is there
let's
anything-
see what we can learn from them.
Is there anything else that you need from me right now?
Well, I suppose this is probably the best time to tell you that we've hired Zachary on permanently as our chauffeur. We will utilize his resources to take missions from Alpha League, of course, but we wanted to make sure that you understood that we made him an offer he couldn't refuse, and honestly, he's the best for our team.
To be honest, I had a feeling he was gonna head out with you all anyway.
He's very good at what he does.
It's true. He signed up for you guys regularly, so. It's not a big deal, just so you know.
Good.
No hard
Good.
feelings
Wonderful.
here.
Wonderful.
Honestly, it's good for him anyway. He puts all of his time into work. Doesn't have much or anything else outside of it, as far as I know. So.
Sorry, back to old, I guess, vampire thing. We found like this piece of paper that said to my greatest customers or something, right, guys?
Oh, yes.
Oh, right.
Do I have that still?
Oh, it
think you
was
do.
with the amulet. That
Do you
she
have the amulet?
she little bit of a guilty look there. Yeah. And she'll reach into her bag and pull out the note and pass it over, and then she will go ahead and unhook the necklace and also hand it over.
Okay. So she'll take a look at it.
From what I can tell, it's helps counter chance. I don't know if you necessarily want more detail than that. I haven't tried it yet, but that's from what I could tell.
Okay. It helps counter chance. And she'll take a look at the note. Give me 1 second. To my greatest customers, and where was this found? Was it on one of the victims or on the vampire himself?
I think that was on the vampire, wasn't it? I think Marcus found that.
I did. I found that in its resting place.
Oh, okay. So this was his. I was just wondering if it was something they stole from somebody or if it was his. Okay. Interesting. So somebody who was working with the vampires.
Yeah, so that might actually be our poison guy right there, maybe.
Oh, that's a thought.
Person.
Also the graphic designer, maybe.
Could be.
Well, this is a very different style, for sure. Unless that's what they're going for. I mean, I don't know. Creatives and all.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to think. TW doesn't ring a bell for me.
Does that creepy little monster ring a bell to you?
I mean, not yet, but I'm going to start doing research. It looks, I don't know, almost demonic in nature to me.
That's what I was thinking too. I wonder if we show this to the 4 downstairs and see if they were exposed to anything. Maybe if they saw a creature that fit that description, maybe in passing, delivery of goods of some sort, maybe it will trigger a response in them and we can dig.
That might, yeah, maybe. That's a really great idea.
And that's where it stops for me. I won't do the talking, but I'll plan.
I can try to coax some information out of them. I mean, I feel especially like, me being an air genasi and Gale, also, I feel like, hopefully that should loosen things up a little bit for her.
True.
Hopefully so.
Very true.
She's quite shaken, understandably so, and we try not to interrogate victims. So there was only a certain point that we could push her to without causing more trauma. To be quite honest, she might
Yeah, so
be
Marcus,
more...
definitely take a step back from this one for sure.
He says, "Yep." Yeah, so she may be more comfortable speaking with you.
Okay.
Right. So, I think we'll maybe excuse ourselves to have this conversation, if you all think that's all right. And then, Golden Commander, if anything does come up that we miss on our communication devices, please just reach out to us directly, and we are open for business.
I'm glad to hear it, honestly. Absolutely. If you have your pager with you?
Always.
Wonderful. Okay.
He looks down at his utility belt, and there's his little pager clip to it.
Perfect. Yeah, so, okay, well, if you need anything from me, just let me know, and as always, good work.
Thank you, Commander.
Okay.
All right, Marcus will stand, and he'll start to move back down towards the elevator then.
Okay, yeah, so, give me 1 second, I'll move you guys to the next map.
Alright, see you later, Miss Leona.
So you guys, you go to, you go to the elevators, and, there's the B button, like, has a like the plus symbol next to it, like the medical symbol. And you remember that B is where you guys went for the lab before? You have an idea that that's probably the right place to go.
I just push the button immediately. Don't even think about it.
All right.
With confidence, too. Yes.
Ah, fuck, this is the weapons lab.
Hold on, let me drag you guys down 1 second.
Yeah, that could be terrifying. Particle accelerator active. Oh, shit!
And damn, that elevator.
Alright, so you guys should be able to see yourselves. Sorry, I just dragged you from the office. There you go. Okay, so you guys, you actually, yep, so you come down on the elevator here. There's kind of just random people all around, just walking around. Oops, let me grab... Okay. And you guys see the familiar, whoopsie, face of Welkini.
Who? I'm sorry.
Welkini.
Oh, Welkini Tinkerbrain. My goodness. Sweet little angel.
And she walks up, I don't know where the heck her thing went, but she walks up to you guys, and she's a little more peppy than the last time you guys were here. She's like, "Hi, hey, they told me you were coming. The victims are over here, but you might want to..." She like looks down at everybody's like clothing and stuff, and she takes out the little like blue booties. She's like, "It's kind of it's like a clean and sterile area in here. Do you guys mind putting these on your shoes?"
Oh, my goodness.
Do you have some for my size?
We have all sizes, and she gives you like ridiculously large ones that shouldn't exist.
He'll begrudgingly slip his on.
Okay.
Wonka doesn't wear shoes, so they just go on his feet.
The claws poke through.
Yeah, you can hear him like tapping, like it's barely serving a purpose.
Kira's gonna put on hers and then take 4 of the extra small ones for Min,
For Min, perfect, yep.
who was
Do the whole
probably
catwalk
more
that-
sterile than everything else.
Poor Logan comes back and is like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Put
Oh
on
no,
your
I had
booties,
stream up on
Aegis.
phone the whole time.
Oh, great. Okay, great. Okay, so does Aegis comply and put on the booties?
Yeah.
I figured. That's like totally up his alley. Okay. So once everybody's got their booties on, she leads you guys up this way, and she says, "They're all awake. if anything starts beeping, I'll be in here. If any of them start to, if they look like they're getting sick or something, just call me.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So maybe I'll try with Gale first, or I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we try for the talkative one first, or talk to Gale first, or Brock?
Well, I guess the way we used to, I hate to say it, but interrogate people in the old gang was we'd talk to the one that would talk first, and then if anyone else would say something different, we'd kind of, I guess, have something to say.
I'd have to agree. It was rather similar with the Flames Embrace.
But these are victims, not captives.
Yeah, we're not interrogating them. We're just asking them questions.
I've never interrogated anyone, captive or victim. You guys
neither have
can
I,
take
and we're
the
definitely not going to
lead
start today.
on that. All of you can take the lead.
Well, I haven't interrogated either. I've just kind of looked scary while someone else did.
Nobody's interrogating anybody.
Yeah, no, this is not an interrogation. We're just having a conversation, a friendly conversation to persuade information from our friends, not to shake them down.
Then I guess it's best if I stay aside. I know I could look rather scary.
Go to bed.
You could be our emotional support bonkin if you change your mind.
Yeah.
How would I do that? I'd rather be that.
So the internet says it's called golden retriever energy.
I gotta turn myself gold and find something.
If you do not have ADM inspiration, take one right now, Kira.
I do, but I'm swapping it out for that.
Great.
I'm taking the new one.
All right. Let's just go down and have a conversation. You go, Tempest, you take the lead here, and I'll just follow.
Okay, I'll start with this lady up here. I can't remember her name. What's her name?
Oh shit. Wait, look. The
Emily?
name. Look at the door. Look on the door. There's probably something on the door. A chart
What's
or a
Jean?
form.
Jean Fellows.
Jean Fellows. Wait, is that
Jean
her whole
Fellows.
name or is her last name Fellows? Because if you call her Jean Fellows and it is her first and last name, you're gonna look like an idiot. So.
Is there a chart on the door?
Yeah, there's a chart on the door. It says Fellows, Jean.
Okay, so her name is Fellows. Got it.
No.
No, it's
What?
Jean.
What? Jean?
Yes, Fellows is the last name. They put it first.
Why did they put it first?
This time does not make a whole lot of sense to me. Wizards in the
Really?
Lights, name last, then first. I don't know.
Doesn't make. I mean, I don't know what fucking name. It's all two name shit. Okay.
Good luck.
Tempest. Is this like a door or is it just like a?
Yeah,
like
there's
another...
a door. It's a door and there's like a window, so you can peek in first. She could peek
Okay,
out too.
I mean- He'll just knock on the door, lightly and wait for a response.
She'll like look up. She was kind of just like resting, but she'll look up and motion you to come in.
Hi, Jean. Do you like to be? Your name is Jean, right?
Yes.
Hi, Jean. I'm Tempest. I'm one of the folk who helped you from the Thirst Club Thirst.
Thank you. And she like watches as people are stepping in. Thank you very much for helping. I seriously I can't thank you enough.
Yeah. No worries. Do you mind if I sit down here next to you?
No, that's fine. She kind of scoots herself up in bed. She's a human female. She's got brown hair. She has green eyes. There's nothing really that stands out about her. But she is like more attentive and sort of like even more full of energy now that you guys are in the room.
Yeah, I was hoping to ask a couple questions for me. Oh, by the way, these are my companions here. We got Aegis, Marcus over there, and then Bonkin and Kira are out there in the hallway.
Well, thank you, Bonkin and Kira and Tempest and Aegis and Marcus. Thank you.
I'm gonna project just quickly into her mind and say, "It's the ninth sun."
The ninth sun. She doesn't know who said it, so she just looks around and just says it out loud.
How do you know? How do you know about the ninth sun thing?
Somebody told me.
Oh,
Just now.
interesting.
It's not the first time I've told anybody. I am the ninth sun. I have been for 115 years.
Don't do that into her head right now.
What are you talking about? It's true. It was my destiny.
Okay. Anyway,
So Club Thirst.
Club Thirst.
So I got like an invitation in the mail, and I don't know. Everybody was talking about, these underground like creepy, vintage scary style establishments, I guess. So I just wanted to try it. But,
Definitely vintage.
yeah.
And okay, so you just had one of these invitations on your door, like
Yeah.
just kind of hanging from your door.
It was at my doorstep, yes.
And leading up, so you get the invitation, you go to the club, and what happens then?
Well, we walked up and I saw that it was like an old abandoned store, and I certainly questioned it, but knowing they're going for vintage, spooky vibe, I just went with it. I almost didn't. I almost left, and I wish that I had. But
And did you go alone? Were you, or did any of these other people who we found, were they your friends as well beforehand?
no, I actually have never met them before that I'm aware of. We weren't friends. We weren't close or anything. She kind of like looks out in the hallway and then, well, I'm pretty sure the Earth Genasi got there at the same time I did. Or just before. He was there when I got there, and then there was a well-dressed drow there who let us inside and gave us a whole like speech.
Canis, now that she says the drow, well dressed, because I hadn't really figured out what the hell that thing was, but thinking back to the spellcaster, was that like a zombified version of that of a drow? Is that what that would have been? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Marcus
the
would have,
quote
or
unquote gray skin humanoid.
Tempest would have looked up at Marcus roughly around the same time as she mentions that.
He's just gonna nod, like in agreement, like, "Yep, that's exactly what." Mm-hmm.
And in the background, Bonkin is being very unsubtle. Where like if she's like the Earth Genasi, he'll just point next door, or if he says if she's looking out, he'll wave. Just being very unsubtle but awkward in the background.
Yeah, so she did peek out the door, and when he waves, like while she's talking, she waves back at Bonkin. So yeah, he gave us a little bit of a speech, just about, prepare yourselves for an exhilarating night, whatever.
Just in the entranceway there, he gave you the speech.
Yep, and then he said, follow him, and we did. And then the next thing I knew, we walked through a creepy tunnel. We went through a really elaborate doorway. And I saw it looked like there were two people who had already passed out. And they offered me a drink. And then I woke up here.
Did you did you feel like you had no choice but to drink it?
No, I was trying something new. I was breaking out of my shell because that's what my therapist told me to do.
Your therapist told you to go to a creepy underground club and drink random drinks?
Oh no.
It was called the Thirst.
Right, like you're drinking at a club.
All right, we're not, no judgments, no judgments here. We're no judgments. We've all been there.
It's really easy to
We've
know
tried-
that it's a vampire club if you know there's vampires in it.
Exactly. There's who would have thought? Who would have thought? I totally understand. So, okay. Give you a drink. Other people were passed out. And how do you feel now? Do you feel yourself?
I feel a little wiser.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't feel compelled to fight anybody or anything, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah. That's good. Okay, that's good. And you don't feel any other side effects, like you don't feel like I mean, you felt sleepy, and I'm glad you woke up. I'm glad to see you're feeling good now.
Yeah, I feel a lot better now. And again, I thank you. I thank you so very much. I won't do anything stupid like that again. I won't make it a waste of your time to have saved me.
It wasn't a waste of time. Don't feel that. That's absolutely not what we're trying to do here. I'm glad we're able to save you four, and you won't do that again. I do have one more question for you though, and he'll look over to whoever had the note last time. I think it was Marcus, and he'll ask for the note. Does this silhouette remind you of anything? Did you see it while you were there? This little like imp looking figure.
Candace, I'm going to, when he says that, I'm going to re-enter her mind. I'm gonna go ahead and push my presence in, and I'm not gonna say a word. I'm just gonna listen.
Do you want to do an insight check on it, or are you just listening, like to see if she has thoughts? While
Yeah, I just want to listen to any active
I
thoughts.
got you. Okay.
I would also like to insight check, like just her like initial reaction.
Sure. So
I was about to say, Aegis would be inciting the hell out of that.
okay, so go ahead and you can do insight checks, everybody.
I'm gonna do
Who
mine
wants
with
to?
disadvantage because I'm just listening and not watching as much.
Okay, I appreciate
Goddamn ages though.
that.
Let's go. Ages.
Sad.
All right, so yeah, so everybody except Kira, because she's out in the hallway, that was trying to like incite this woman, especially you, Marcus. The thought that you hear, Marcus, is, "Oh gods, what the hell is that?" And when she looks at it, I don't know what that is, but it looks terrifying. It looks, I don't know. I've never seen anything like that before.
Okay, good. Yes, good. I was hoping for that. I'm glad you've never seen this thing before, because I don't ever wish that on anybody, I think.
Yeah, that's really scary. Maybe it's not as scary as a vampire. I don't know.
I mean,
see
I
when
guess
we
if it was
encounter
actually
it.
this small, then if it was probably actually this small, it wouldn't be too scary. But if it was like human size, I'm sure.
That's true. Well, again, thank you. Thank you so much. I wish that I had something to offer. I don't have my wallet or anything with
Nah,
me.
you don't even
Yeah,
get your head on your shoulders, and you'll be just fine.
Just don't go to any more sketchy clubs. Go to brightly lit clubs and well-crowded clubs.
I think I'm gonna just stick to no clubs, and continue studying and maybe find a new therapist.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that.
you have to understand. It's good to break out of your shell, but start with small steps.
If you want, there's this great cafe not too far from here. Well, I guess it's a restaurant or something that makes really good pies Or what, this ice cream thing. Make good of that.
Really good BLTs too.
I will definitely. Oh, I'll get a club. I'll get a club sandwich from that restaurant. Branching out.
There you go. Stick.
Alright.
Limit
That's a
to
great
that
idea.
kind of club. Yeah, limit to yourself to that kind of club. Perfect.
Plus, you're still going out and getting, I guess, some fresh air and doing something different.
Yeah. Well, thank you again.
Candace, I sent you a sweet. In Roll20.
I see it. Okay, got it.
Cool.
Did you tell him that?
No.
I gotcha.
All right, Gene, get some rest and good luck out there.
Yeah, thank you. You too. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. I'd like to see what Gail has to say if she's willing to talk. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Okay, so you're going across the way?
Yep. I'm gonna knock on the door lightly again.
Okay, yeah, so you can peek in. You can peek in and through the window and see her in there. And she's sitting up. She's actually reading a book.
Knock on the door again.
She'll look up and like see you but not see you, and then when she sees you, she's like,
Come on in. Hi, Gail. Name's Tempest.
"Hi."
Hi. Yeah, we were the one. I was one of the guys who helped you from the creepy vampires.
Oh, thank you. She'll close the book. She very carefully sorry, I guess I'm losing my voice. She'll very carefully put a bookmark in and then close the book and set it to the side. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah. Not a problem. I'm sorry. I haven't been able to speak with another Genasi in quite some time. So it's a little bit might seem a little bit nervous here.
No, it's fine. There are lots of different kinds, but there are few of our kind. So it's nice to see.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I just had a just a silly couple of questions here. So I just talked to Jean across the way there, and she was saying something about I'm sorry, I'm suddenly a little bit nervous here. A drow that you all spoke to, and then you had something to drink, and then you all passed out.
Yeah, that's pretty much how
Seem
it
about the
went.
same.
I was working on a project with Melanie. And she said, "Oh, let's take a brain break." And before I knew it, the Uber was stopping in front of this weird abandoned building, and I don't know, there was some creepy old guy there. We went
Wait,
through.
I'm sorry. Could you went with somebody else? I'm sorry, I missed one. You
Yeah,
said.
Melanie. We got teamed up on a project together. We have a class together, and it's part of the Gen Eds. So I went with it. She wanted to take a brain break. She wanted to take a break from schoolwork. And it didn't sound like a bad idea to me at the time, but clearly not the best research partner.
And Melanie is Melanie one of the other people here?
She was, well,
DM.
I hope so. Is she here? I'll feel a little bad about what I just said if she's
She's here. She's in one of the rooms next to this.
Oh,
Bonk
she's in the
once
room
again.
next to us.
Completely unsubtly points towards.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Okay. Well, yeah, so we are in the same philosophy class and got teamed up for this project that we have to do, and I really just wanted to knock it out in one night, but I honestly, she's like, not everybody really likes her, so I think she's trying to drag it out so that we could hang out.
That was a really nice thing of you to do to hang out with her. Then it's, I mean, maybe not to creepy vampire clubs, but
Well, yeah, so I told her it probably wasn't the best idea because it said, the way that it was worded just seemed weird to me, but
The thirst.
yeah, well, it's not funny, but it is kind of funny now. That's what they called it. But yes, the thirst and the fact that it said they accept all races or something like that on the invitation. I told her it was really strange. But I went anyway against my better judgment.
so you kind of went in to protect Melanie for the most part.
Yeah, I didn't want. Look, she's not like my friend, but I didn't want to see something happen to her. Well, and I guess I didn't do much to help with that.
So, but when you guys entered the building, did somebody give you a drink? Were there already people there?
So there were people there. When I got in there, there were two people who were like, I don't know, I wouldn't call it dancing, but we're good dancers. She like motions to Tempest and herself, like, we're pretty good at, swaying and dancing, in general, but they weren't very, I don't know, they were just kind of standing there. It seemed weird, and I didn't hear any music. So I was asking, because there are some clubs where they give you headphones, like it's quiet otherwise, but you put headphones on and you can hear music. So I was like asking for my headphones, and they said, "Well, drink this first, and we'll get you the headphones."
And were the two people that you saw there, was it one dwarf and another an elf?
It was yeah, actually, I think it was, now that you say that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the dwarf. What are you doing, Marcus? I saw your eyes.
I'm just curious. Does Marcus know anything about drow poison?
Give me a history check. Or, wait, history or nature?
Oof. Okay, let's go. Not great.
Okay. You're aware it exists. You're not entirely sure what the effects of it are, but you have heard of it before.
Okay, I'll leave it alone.
Go to bed.
Okay. So you took the drink and then you woke up here.
Yeah, it was almost flavorless. It was kind of weird. When you drink something, you expect fruity or you expect spicy or something. It just didn't really taste like anything.
Just tasted, it was just like water, pretty much.
I wouldn't even say water. It was excuse the pun, but it was almost like air. It was like not. It was nothing.
The drow are masters of poison. I've heard tales about its potency. Not entirely sure what's so great about it. I've never encountered it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were good at hiding it. Would make sense why a vampire would want somebody with that level of expertise. To be fair, I suppose what I just said is a little bit racist. It's assuming that all drow are good poison masters, but typically their expertise and their tactics in war rely on poisons.
Many of our bloodlines have come with us, regardless of how long ago our type of people might have been good at one thing or another, so that makes sense to me, and for the record, I don't think you were being racist.
Thank you.
Okay. So, and then just one more question again. This is just a note we found, and he'll show the same note again with a little imp creature.
I'll go ahead and enter. I'm gonna push into her mind and listen.
Okay. No. Man, I feel like I might have seen it in a textbook or something, but I like the creature itself doesn't stand out to me.
A textbook.
Yeah, I've taken demonology classes. This looks like something that would come from there, but I can't say with certainty if I'm recalling correctly.
Aegis would like to insight the fuck out of
All
that.
right, go ahead. And Marcus, well, I'll wait until insight checks are rolled.
I'm using my inspiration.
Okay. Oh, that's a good use of an inspiration there. Give Marcus one of yours next time.
No shit.
Mine are faulty when I give them to him. Okay, so Aegis and Marcus, because Marcus, you're in her mind. You kind of, it's kind of weird going into her mind because you kind of can see it's like the pages of a book flipping as she's trying to recall, but there's nothing in her head that's like, it's this. It's like she can't name it off the top of her head. You don't get a sense of like fear or anything like she's encountered it directly. And you don't get a sense of pride like it's her creature or anything like that. Aegis, you feel like she's telling the truth, just in the way she holds herself, the way she's speaking. She's highly intelligent, and you can tell she's sort of like going through in her mind whether or not she knows it. It seems like she's being sincere. I am good at researching, so if you'd like to exchange numbers, I can.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. So yeah, here, let me get my phone. How do we do this?
Well,
Do I just like give you my phone and I take your phone, or how?
Well, they have all of my stuff. I can give you my number if you want, and then just send me a text, and I will answer you when I have my phone back, and or when I have an answer for you.
Okay, yeah. Let's do that.
She spits out random numbers.
Random numbers,
no,
huh?
real numbers. Okay, I'll just say
No,
random
no.
numbers. But she gives you.
Foreshadowing.
No.
Start texting some bullshit.
She gives you a phone number.
You've been rejected, line.
It's the fucking vampire's old cell number.
Because
bring,
two
bring,
things.
motherfucker.
One, Kira is going to make a note of this phone number as well because she doesn't want Tempest to not have this number later.
Okay.
She doesn't trust him to put it in his phone. Two,
Hey, I'm savvy.
you are. You're also an airhead, literally. Two,
It's fair.
while the phone's out, thinking about the textbook comment, she's gonna start trying to like put descriptions of this image into Google to see if she can figure out what this thing might be.
Okay, hold on. I have a table for this.
This constitutes hacking. I love it. That's fucking amazing. Yes.
I'm going to be techie, damn it.
Okay. Okay, so do me a favor.
I don't wanna. Or maybe I do.
Do it anyway.
Fine.
So give me, so roll, okay, first roll percentiles.
I dislike this already. 32.
Okay. All right, good. And then roll for me an intelligence check, please.
You know what? Can I flash fence? No, you know what? No, I'm gonna use my actual inspiration on this one.
All right.
Because I want to be techie, damn it. Haha!
Yeah, nice.
That's the way to do it. You guys need to share yours with poor
Man,
Marcus.
fuck you guys. I'm taking a bio break. Have fun.
I don't even have an inspiration.
Google guru of learning.
It's because you inspire everybody, Bonkin. All right.
That
so
is
you
very
got... Okay, actually, you did pass, just barely, but you passed your check. Okay, so I will send over to you the information you're able to pull up so that you can share that with people and we can keep going.
Sweet. Yeah, because that'll be after anyway.
And congratulations on your first use of my hacking chart. That's very exciting for me.
Hacking chart.
I
Nice.
plan on
Wow.
using it many times.
Also, she'll probably hear from the back because Bonka doesn't enter rooms because I feel like he's too big. If you don't mind, in case, Tempest or them just doesn't answer you or something like that, very unlikely, but you can always just
I don't think
bring
she
it,
heard
the
me.
paper, yeah,
Turn
if
it
need
off.
be.
No, Ellie. I don't think she heard me.
I don't know.
She's
There's
laying down.
very
She had the TV
low
on, but she's
chance of me
laying down.
not answering a text.
It's
from,
very unlikely.
from this lovely lady.
And he's gonna lean over to Kira. It's called a phone, right? I said that right. The bricks we have.
Calling it a brick's not a good thing. It is a phone.
It is a phone.
But
It's
it
only
looks
a
like
brick if it's broken.
You guys are whispering out there.
Yes.
Very
Kira, if
unquietly.
Loudly.
One
Well,
second.
Kira's quiet. Fuck, it's not.
Yeah, she didn't hear shit. I rolled an at one. Okay. She's too enamored currently in her conversation. So you said that you took her number, you sent a text?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, as soon as I have access to the library again, I'm happy to try to help. It's the least I can do. Thank you again.
Yeah. I'm just, Lisa, I'm glad you all made it out safely. So I guess whenever you find something out about this little demon guy, we can give a call. We can, I don't know, meet up for some coffee or something. We can chat about it, and I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like coffee.
Yeah, coffee's
Marcus
good.
calls down to
Great.
Bonkin, shut the door.
All right. But Steve, I hope you have a great time. And he just slammed the door. Not slam, but close it.
Okay.
There's like a few awkward seconds where there's just an eyeball, and then you hear it, shut the door, Bonkin. And then...
She'll kind of like
Okay.
look over at Tempest.
Yeah, they're funny like that. Okay, I'll let you get back to resting. Thank you so much for helping us out with this. I hope to be able to talk to you again sometime soon.
Yeah, we will. Thank you again.
Yeah. Okay, get some rest.
Yeah, the door will open and then Tempest comes
It's been a
out.
while since I haven't talked to another lady like that in a while. I feel really out of practice.
You hit me knee.
All right, so. What are you doing?
Okay.
As everybody gets out into the hall, Marcus will say, just so everyone's aware, they were both telling the truth.
Kira's
Yeah.
gonna look up from her phone and say, and I found out some stuff, but we can talk about it later.
Is it pertinent to any new questions we may have, or is it mundane?
For them, no. It's about the picture.
Understood. Master Tempest, little lovebird, who next?
Well, I mean, I'm starting to see that we're kind of in the same pattern here. That most of these guys don't seem to know what they saw. They didn't see much. Except we know the drow, we know the poison. I suppose we can talk to Brock here and see if he can shed any more light that we haven't seen so far.
Of course.
I'm curious
Well,
to see if they even try to. It's rock. It's made of rock.
check it out. They're pretty cool. Earth Genasi. Have you seen a fire Genasi?
I haven't seen any other genasi. I've only seen air genasi.
Oh, just wait. Yes,
I
you're in
didn't
for
think
a
that was a
treat.
thing.
Marcus knocks on the door.
He just immediately says, "Come in."
Oh, okay. Hello, sir. Brock.
He's actually like sitting up. I didn't have a sitting up version, but he's sitting up. The bed is way too small, so even if he tried to lay down, he'd be super uncomfortable. So he's just kind of sitting up like on the side of the bed, and it looks like he's just waiting, like an impatient patient waiting to be released.
Does the bed look like it is straining
Yes.
under his weight?
Horribly
Okay,
so.
good.
This room was not built for somebody of his stature.
So Tempest comes in, he kind of pauses for a moment. He's just taking in like Brock for a moment, just like, what is going on here? Wow. Hi. My name's Tempest. I'm part of the group that helped rescue you. I've just been
Thank you.
going door to door. Yeah, no problem. Just been kind of going door to door with all your other friends there to see what kind of information you all can give us. I assume the same kind of story with you, right? You got an invitation. Actually, how did you get the invitation?
It was
Was
at my
it-
door. It was at my
was that your
dorm
door? Your dorm?
Mhm.
Are you all from the same college? Actually, what college do you go to? I actually never thought to ask.
A minute, I have it, but Candace says, "Oh, man, well, that's pretty simple. I'm just finishing out some classes at the New Haven Community College."
Okay. And what do you study there?
Gen Eds right now.
You're also Gen Ed. Okay. And okay, so you live on campus, you got this note, and you went to this club by yourself?
I did, but it was more to kind of figure out what was going on. It seemed I don't know, it seemed a little weird.
Weird that you got the invitation?
Just the whole situation seemed weird to me.
And how so? Like what particular? Can you think of anything?
I don't know. I mean, did you see an invitation? Do you know if they were really vague, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I wanted to check it out. If it was something cool, then maybe I would come back.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't cool.
No, it was not cool. It would have been kind of strange if you thought it was cool. So you just wanted to investigate this, and when you showed up there, were there other people as well? Were you alone?
So there were other people there, and when I walked in, there were. I'm trying to remember now. It looked like 2 people passed out on the couch. 2 people, like, I guess dancing. And then I walked in with a human woman. I didn't actually learn her name. But I got knocked over the head, I'm pretty sure.
Something hit you hard enough to knock you out?
Sure did. I don't know what it
You
was.
didn't drink anything?
No, I didn't drink anything. I got smacked over the head for sure. As soon as I walked in, I started questioning what the hell was going on.
I don't mean to be rude or seem racist, but I'm not entirely familiar with your people. Are you naturally resistant to poison, like a dwarf would be?
Some poisons, not all of them, but yeah, it depends on what it's made of.
I wonder if that's why they clubbed him instead of tried to slip him the juice.
Aegis, because of the amount of time that you spent taking care of these people, you know for sure this guy was bleeding out. Or had been at some point, because you were able to see, like, the dried blood beneath his head. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, because I was about to incite the hell out of that.
Yeah, you spent way too much time. You spent almost that entire combat taking care of those people, so I will give that one to you for free.
So I imagine he probably has like some kind of like head bandage.
Yeah, he actually has. It's like on the back of his dome. He's got a piece of gauze that's taped, and it's not blood soaked, but you can see that there was bleeding there at one point.
So you went in with a human woman and nobody else?
Yeah, that was just us two. I think I didn't see anybody else, and I don't know if anybody else came after us.
Did you see another Genasi woman?
Yeah, she was one of the ones dancing.
Oh, she was dancing. Okay. So I'm trying to get all the timelines here lined up. Okay.
And there was a dwarf passed out on one couch, and a human passed out on the other.
Passed out. They didn't look like they'd been bleeding out on the couch.
I didn't see any blood. They looked pale as shit, though.
And so you saw the Genasi dancing and somebody else dancing. Was it another with the other human woman?
The Genasi was dancing, and I think there was an elf with her. Little elf. Maybe
Okay.
a half elf. I don't know. To be honest, I almost bailed on the whole thing, but when I saw the human woman
But that's
walk
when
up,
you got hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw the human woman walk up, I knew if I bailed and something happened to her, I'd feel bad, so. A lot of good I did there. And he kind of,
Well.
reaches up to his head. They can't
Well.
stitch me closed, you know?
Yeah, I didn't even know how that all worked, if even like a vampire could bite you or anything.
I don't know. I think they were planning to.
Okay. All right, and then I've been asking again one more thing. This imp creature, have you seen it? Does it
Same thing.
remind you of anything?
Same thing, alright. No. Honestly. Marcus, you get just like a feeling of, it's not annoyance, it's like impatience, which tracks with the conversation so far. Aegis, are you inciting?
Probably not with him.
Yep. Perfect. Yeah, so I mean, and like he really does. He's straight to the point, sincere, and to be honest, like his discussions are so straightforward they almost remind you of Marcus. It's like you're having a conversation with Marcus. Like this is the point. Here's your answer. Here's your next answer.
All right. Well, thank you, Brock. I think they're going to be. Hopefully, they should be getting you out of here soon. I assume you're planning on going back to campus.
Yeah, I need to go feed my dog.
Oh yeah, definitely do that. Okay. Well, good luck with you. I guess call if anything happens again. If you see one of those, invitations or anybody else talks about any kind of creepy underground clubs.
What's the best way to get a hold of you?
I'll take his chart off the door and do the same thing I did for the human woman, and I'll tear a slip of paper off, write down the oath bearers, and then my cell phone number. You can use that if you need to.
He looks at it and he goes, "Huh. I would have pegged you for Alpha League."
Trained by the best.
He gives like for the first time the demeanor kind of shifts a little bit, and you guys all get like a respectful nod.
We're kind of outside agents, consultants, I guess you can call us.
Well, I don't think I said it yet, but thank you. And if I hear anything else, I'll send y'all to investigate instead.
All right. Great to meet you.
You too. Stay safe.
Okay, last one here. This is what was her name? Was this
Melanie.
Melanie?
She's the high energy elf, I think.
Brain break.
By the way, he was telling the truth, just so we all know.
Oh yeah, he was like an open book. He didn't have much. He didn't want to hide anything.
All right, I'll give a knock knock on the door.
Okay.
I think that guy might be good, like, Alpha League material.
I was thinking the same thing. I was going to ask him what he was studying in college, but I figured I'd wait till his head's healed.
Yeah, so when you guys knock, she looks up. Her eyes are brighter than everybody else's. The energy is shining through. Like, it's very obvious that the Golden Commander was not lying at all. And she like waves. And...
Hello. Glad to see you're up and awake and feeling all right.
Considering everything that's happened, yeah, I'm better than all right.
Better than all right.
Well, when you almost die and then you don't die, it really gives you a new outlook on life.
That's reasonable. Yeah. I just had a question. My name's Tempest, and these
Hi,
are my
Tempest.
friends here. Where I'll help you not die. I talked to Gail just in the next room. She said you two went to the club together.
Yeah, is she mad at me? Is she mad? She's mad.
She's
right?
not mad at you. She's not mad at you. She's not. She wanted. She. Yeah, I'm not going to speak for her, but she understands the situation that needed to happen, and I get it. You guys were studying hard. She gets it. You guys were studying hard. You needed a moment. All good. I mean, location could be a little bit, to desired. But why did you decide to go to the Thirst?
Well, I mean, it's called the Thirst, right? You think of the Thirst, do you think it's going to be some good drinks there? No?
Fair
No.
enough. I would have.
No.
Did Bunkin, did you
mean-
say you would have?
Yeah.
See, he
I don't
gets
know.
it.
I don't know if the Thirst really. I don't know. It felt. I guess it felt a little too on the nose for us, but that was after we knew it was a vampire den. So
Yeah,
okay,
I mean, look, I typically kind of check things out before I go. I'll ask around, I'll ask people, but I don't know. I figured be spontaneous, have a little break from research. Oh, she was having such a good time with the research, and I was happy, but I didn't want her to do all the work. So I thought if I could get us out to have some fun, maybe it would seem like I was actually pulling my weight.
seem like you're pulling your weight by doing other things. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Are you
And
trying
you
to hide
did-
that at all, Tempest?
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, go give me a deception check.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Oh fuck!
He's a bard. I mean.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh no.
I rolled a nat 1. She.
Acting.
Woo! Yeah. Yeah. So unfortunately, this excursion didn't go well, but
And do you and Gail, you both go to where do you go to school?
well, we're in philosophy class together at the New Haven Community College.
Okay, so you're also, and do you live there on a campus?
I'm not technically on because they own dorms. It's really just apartment buildings, but I got a house that I rent. It's just a little bit outside of where they would typically have their property because I didn't want to pay the extra to them. So
But it's
pretty much on the property.
on the property.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so trying to see what the connection is between all of you, and you received the same invitation under your door, I assume.
Yeah, it wasn't under my door. It was on my doorstep, but it was there.
Okay. Okay. And what's the last thing you remember? Do you remember seeing a drow?
Yeah, so he was dressed up in I don't know, it was like a pretty elaborate costume for walking through a tunnel, but he was dressed up in a costume. Obviously now I realize why he was dressed that way, but at the time I just thought it was part of the effect. I also thought the tunnel was part of the effect, and then when I saw the entryway, I was like, okay, this has to be the right place. You know, it was not the right place. So
Well,
yeah,
it
so
wasn't
we
the
got
right
in-
place for you.
No, not at all. So we got in there and we saw these two people like kind of like dancing. It was a dwarf and a human. They were sort of dancing, and then they offered me a drink, and I was like, here we go, the thirst, finally getting to the point here. And then I woke up here. And thank you all for that, by the way.
You can thank Master Aegis and Lady
Definitely.
Firehair for the miracles he worked.
Oh, thank you, Master Aegis. And
Just Aegis is fine. The whole master and mistress thing is kind of his deal.
Oh, sorry.
Aegis.
And I've been asking everybody this question as well. Imp, what does it mean to you?
He's holding it up. Okay, got it. So, inkblot test, go. So yeah, that does look kind of impish, doesn't it? I'm trying to think if I've seen anything like that before. I don't know. Marcus, you realized immediately that tuning into her brain may have been a mistake because she has so many thoughts going through her head at once, it's hard to keep up right now. She is trying to focus on this, but she's also thinking about all the answers she just gave, all the questions that were just asked. She's looking around at all of you guys. It's like she's having a really difficult time paying attention. And she's just like, her brain is shooting all over the place. But as she's speaking, you don't feel that she's telling lies about like knowing what the imp is or anything.
But she seems really frantic, like her whole mind is just kind of like racing.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say frantic. It's almost like she just can't focus. Like she's got so many things going through her brain. It is sort of a frantic thought process.
Is it like ADHD brain, basically?
Sort of, yeah, it's basically ADHD brain where she's thinking about everything, and so she can think about nothing.
Okay, so I cannot mentally compel her in any way, but I will now project as a vocalization into her mind.
So, everybody who's not Marcus, you would, well, Marcus, you'll see it too, but you know why. You would see, because she wasn't like jittery, but she was moving around a lot. She was talking really fast, and she kind of just like takes a deep breath for a second and just like slows down.
Now I'm listening for her audible response to see if that helped her fucking get it out.
Okay. I feel like I've seen it in a book. I've never seen anything like this in person, but I feel like I've seen it in a book.
You and Gail were in philosophy, but what's your major? What do you study?
Oh, here we go. So I might be going to be a nurse, but I might be going to be a teacher. I'm doing gen eds right now. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
If you don't mind me asking, what is this gen ed thing?
Oh, so there are some classes that you can take that apply to everything. So if I wanted to be a teacher, I would need like philosophy and I would need like psychology, but then I would focus on teaching stuff too. But if I want to be a nurse, then I would study medical stuff and later. But I start out with philosophy stuff early and like math and stuff like that.
She lost him halfway through that, but he's gonna nod politely.
But so we take philosophy. We do both take philosophy. That's why we were research partners, and we both have Dr. Kinua. It's Dr. Kinua. We're in his class together. And I know that, I don't know if you asked Gail the same questions, but I know she took demonology before.
Yeah, she mentioned that she had taken up the class, and she was gonna look into it a little bit more and get back to me about it later.
Well, Dr. Kanua is he's very knowledgeable. He might be able to, I don't know if you're showing that to everybody that you meet or just the people that you save from vampires killing them, but he might be able to
Yeah.
help.
Dr. Kanua at
Mhm.
the New Haven Community College.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
He's
definitely.
really smart. He's really smart, and he's probably the best teacher I've ever had. I really like his class.
He's a professor of philosophy, or he's a professor of demonology.
Well, he's teaching philosophy. I don't know what all he teaches. I've only had this class so far with him.
Yeah, I suppose that's
Who
a
taught the
direction.
demonology class?
I didn't take it. I don't know.
Ah,
Guess I can go ahead and ask Gail that as well. I don't want to bother her anymore though. She's trying to rest, but I can text her and ask her again. I'll just talk to her.
huh.
Just go talk to her.
Aww.
Mistress Kira, can you look up Dr. Kanua?
Already on it.
Thank you.
She still has not like shown her face, so that voice is just probably from the hallway there. She's 100% lurking.
Are you a bit shy, Miss Kira?
Those rooms are way too small for Min and I, and there are way too many cords for Min to be anywhere near. I don't think she should be, Ivy shouldn't get ripped out of things.
Oh, you want me to step
Well,
aside, sir? I am
censorship.
kind of... I am kind of standing in front of the old door. You want to take a look, say hi, maybe?
No, that's fine. I'm busy looking up. How do you spell his name?
Kanoua. Just start there and see what happens.
That's close. That's Kinnua.
I was closer. I hit one N instead of two.
Well, shit.
Yeah, so she's, on it.
Well, thanks again for, saving my life and fixing that stupid mistake. Sometimes I don't think decisions through first, but I'm going to try to do better with that. And Marcus, are you still in her head?
No, I did what I had to do and I got the fuck out.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't go to sketchy clubs.
No, I won't go to any more sketchy clubs. I'm not going to go to any Club Thirst. I'm not going to go to Club Hungry either.
That's a club.
No, but if it shows up, I'm not going.
Yeah, don't do that.
Smart.
Sounded like they got good food, though.
Right.
Sounds like you're gonna get eaten if you go there. Okay. I'm just gonna pop into Gail's real quick again.
Okay.
I'll
Hey,
take
Gail.
her chart off the door, cut a slip of paper, same thing with her, just so she's got her contact info.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hey Gail, it's me again.
She'll motion for you.
Hey, I just wanted to ask. Hi again.
Hi.
What's your demonology professor? What was his name again? Did you? I don't think you mentioned.
Well, actually, it's the same professor I have for philosophy. It's Dr. Kanua.
Oh, it is Kanua.
Yeah.
Kanua.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I tell you that already?
No, I was just talking to your friend, and
Oh,
she
you
had
mean
mentioned
Melanie.
Melanie. Yeah. She had mentioned her professor for philosophy, Kanua. Yeah, she mentioned your demonology, and I've realized I never asked who your professor was there. So,
Are you gonna talk to him?
possibly, yeah. Should there's something I should know?
No, but can you ask him if I can have a different research partner?
Yikes. I'll if that comes up, yeah, maybe I'll.
I mean, you could just tell him that he can reach out to me. Just let him know that I need him to contact me, please.
Okay.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll go talk to him.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
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 That was a bit mean.
A little harsh.
All right, Kira, where to?
Huh? What? She's Tap, tap, tapping. Somewhere where I can fill you in, probably.
How about the car?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Marcus will start walking back out front.
Okay, yeah. So as you guys walk out, well, Keeney, actually, I made a thing for her, but I didn't want to spook you guys. Hold on.
As he walks out, hope you all get better. And then
Yep, that spooked me a little bit.
You hear Melanie go, "Thank you."
good luck with your project.
Gosh.
Okay, bye, Melody.
So yeah, well, Keeney is here, and she's like, "Oh, thank you for putting the booties on. People always fight me on that, but it's really important. You can dispose of them right here. Is there anything that I can do? Anything I should be looking for with them?"
His fangs?
They're fine. They were all telling the truth.
Oh, okay, great.
So actually, I do have one real quick question. When they were all unconscious, did they say anything? Were they talking, or was it just like their sleep of the dead?
It was kind of weird. I don't want to say there was no brain activity, because there has to be brain activity. But it was sort of like that sleep you have with no dreams. It was like a kind of a stasis more than anything.
Do you know anything about poisons?
I mean, I can analyze poisons if we have them. It's not my specialty. I have contacts I could maybe reach out to. Is there something I could look into?
They had described some of the poison, or the poison that some of them had drank. It was described as tasteless and almost like gaseous, I guess, right? I mean, like it almost seemed like it wasn't a substance.
She takes out a tablet similar to Kira's and starts like taking notes on the tablet. But she's writing with her finger, it looks like, as opposed to tapping, tap, tap, tapping. Interesting.
Kira takes note of that.
Did you detect any poison in their blood? I'm assuming you drew blood.
We did draw blood. There was... So it's still being analyzed right now. Some of these things take time, but there was something weird in their blood. There's no reason to think it wasn't poison. Once we can sort of isolate that part, we should be able to at least find out what made it. I don't know if we'll be able to identify exactly what it was if that poison's not common.
It could be a poison or something related to the vampires. If they were... Well, if it was in all of their systems, that wouldn't make sense. But if it was in all of them except for Brock's, then it could be something related to the vampires themselves.
That's a good point.
And if you need a good place to start with the poisons, there was a drow involved in all of their stories. I'm familiar with them being poisoners, but I'm not familiar with what their poison specialty is.
That is incredibly helpful. She's taking notes again. She actually she like flips it a little bit and pokes the bottom, and a little stylus pops out, and she starts writing with that instead of her finger. That's extremely helpful. So I will definitely look at the Genasi's blood too and compare it to the others. Obviously, they're all going to be a little bit different, but perhaps that is going to be a good clue. She reaches. Sorry. Aegis already knows what happens because he's been in our fucking stream, so I'm sure he knows what was just said. Marcus. I'll reveal in a moment. She also reaches into. She's got like a messenger bag. She reaches into that and pulls out an energy drink, but it's a little like 5-hour, and she just. All right, I'm gonna get back to work. If you guys need anything, let me know.
I have 2 very quick questions for you.
Okay.
What is that, and what is that?
She has the stylus in one hand and the 5-hour energy empty thing in the other. Okay. Well, this is called a stylus. We use these to write like pens, but it works on the tablet. It doesn't work on paper, so don't try that.
Yeah, I have a pen. I'm familiar with those.
Do you have your tablet out still?
She'll be reaching for it, probably.
So when she gets it out, she'll kind of, like, poke, and the stylus will pop out of yours.
Her eyes just light up.
You got one too, see? And this is an energy drink. It gives you a lot of energy all at once, though.
That is so much smaller, and it didn't sound like it had the elemental energy, the air in it.
No. She, like, reaches into the messenger bag and hands one over to Kira. It's mostly vitamins. So it's healthy, right?
It's like a potion of vitality.
Something like that, yes. Only one at a time.
Noted. Are they
And-
difficult to procure?
No. No, you can get them at any gas station.
Right, and
they're-
is there like an interval but you need to take in between? More like side-eyeing Kira.
What? Only one at a time. Wait 5 seconds. Downs the second one.
Maybe wait about 5 hours, and she'll tap the label.
I will do that. Thank you. This is
Sure.
helpful.
Yeah. And she, like, kind of shuffles over, back around, and then disappears around the corner.
Kira's gonna put it in the same spot where she keeps potions.
Okay, God. You guys are gonna try to heal her and give her fucking 5-hour energy.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Honestly,
And it'll be
that
her
is healing.
punishment.
So, I take it you guys are gonna go on the elevator, head outside to the car. Zachary will be waiting, just where he said he would.
So, what do you guys think? Should we try to head to university, or you guys have any other idea?
And we were only here for, what, 30 minutes? So, sure. Maybe 45, I suppose. Yeah, let's just go straight there. Well, actually, Kira, what is today? Thursday? Does this person have hours available?
I don't know what I have found
Yeah,
with my
so-
frantic Googling, so.
So you get when you Google his name, you get the address for the college. And he does have office hours. Right now it actually says open. Like Monday through Friday, it says office hours are open. It doesn't even list like a time to a time.
Okay. Does the college building where he is listed have specific hours?
That's a good
Like,
question.
Philosophy
so
building?
It's 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Looks like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, so we have time here. As for the other thing I found, what did I find on the Demon Imp Google hacking thing?
So with what you found is, I guess I need to know what you entered into, like the
Okay.
search.
We can talk more about that after game if you want. Okay, cool. So, we can talk about that afterwards. See what he says first.
Yes. It'd be nice to have a professional's opinion, too. Maybe he can give us something more.
Yeah, I found a bunch of weird things. I found this SCP site and some other. I don't know. It looks like there's. It's gonna take some time to verify. It would be interesting to see what he says.
Hello, Zachary.
Yeah, he's doing the usual. He's doing the usual, like he's waiting. You guys get in. He waits until you guys tell him where to go, but he's listening in case it comes up. So, hi.
Oh, and I
how
have
did
the-
it go? Go ahead, Kira.
I have the address for the college as well. Not that I'm sure, or I doubt that our esteemed driver would need it, but
Where are we going?
University
New Haven
of
Community.
New Haven Community College, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is. Yeah.
I'd like to ask, can you maybe take me to a tattoo parlor instead, or whatever they're called?
Marcus
Uh,
turns all the way around in his chair and goes, "What?"
Well, it's a bit of a secret, a surprise, but there's something I want to get.
Now?
Well, I mean, you're gonna talk philosophy or demonology with this man, and that's all a bunch of smart people stuff. I think it's best. Yeah, I wasn't probably not gonna say much in there anyway.
Can't argue with that. I'll turn back around and sit down.
I can start looking at Yelp reviews.
Well, I was asking Mr. Zachary if he knows your place.
Well, I don't have any tattoos myself, so I don't have an artist I could recommend, but there are a lot of tattoo parlors. Maybe let Kira do the Yelp review search.
She mouths Yelp. Okay. Makes
And
sense.
you know, I'll look some stuff up too and see if we can't find you a good one.
All right, thank you.
All right. So on that note, I think we're gonna, unless you guys want to go, since we started 20 minutes late, do you guys want to continue for 20 minutes, or are you guys good with stopping now?
Good with stopping.
Okay.
I'm fine
this
with
is-
either because
I was
I'm
gonna
on spring
say-
break.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is either we we do what for 20
Right,
minutes?
that
if
was
it's
my
gonna
thought,
require
too, yeah.
45.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Or this is the perfect place to
I
stop
think this
because
is
then
the
we
perfect
literally
place.
pick right back
Feels
up.
like
where-
a
Or-
natural place to stop. Yeah.
Or we continue for longer than 20 minutes and we do more
You're
damage.
not-
Naughty.
I gotta
Yeah.
work tomorrow, or I would.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's exactly what I see
hey.
happening. Yeah.
We'll go for 2 more
Yeah.
hours.
I-
Okay, we'll go for
failing to
20
hear the
more
problem.
minutes. 2 hours later.
Perfect. So yeah, we'll pick up next week where you guys are heading over to the college. Kira, I will get you the information you were able to procure via Google and Yelp now about things in the this week before next game. Perfect. All right. Yeah.
Thank you for letting me Google foo all over this modern age. Like, I am having so much fun with
Good.
the arty that's like, I
Hack
have
the planet.
the internet.
I created that table specifically for you.
She literally did because her and I had a long conversation. She's like, "Well, what do you think we should use for because there's a lot of technology and possibly hacking and bypassing." And I was like, "Yeah, just use thievery or not thievery, sleight of hand. It's no big deal. No one will think anything of it." She's like, "No, fuck that." 4 hours later, she's like, "I built a table
I did.
for hacking, which is just anything technological based." And I was like, "That's genius. It's not game breaking."
Not at all.
My question is going to end up being, and I'm going to put this out here now, for in case anyone has ideas on it, would be being able to gain proficiency from a mechanical perspective with some of this technology.
I also have that built in.
Awesome, because I am fully wanting to take Kira down an Oracle-esque rabbit hole, hopefully without the getting shot by the Joker part, but you know.
Yeah, that is fair. Yeah, no, I have actually wrote a bunch of stuff in. Tempest has his own table for different instruments, and I've got that one for you. I've got all sorts of stuff planned. So if you guys give me a little heads up on what you're thinking for your characters as far as what you see, I will make it happen.
Ooze experimentation and then all the technology.
Yeah, perfect.
And then exploding
You guys were
microwaves.
gonna read Chicky
But that's
Oh,
a
fuck
side
yeah.
gig.
Yeah.
Thank you
Oh,
so
we need
much
to
for
get it. We
hanging
need to
out.
start
We'll see you guys
animating the
Tuesday for
furniture
Russian
with
Challenge.
explosives built in, and we can send them in as.
My God.
Thank you for hanging out.
What have we done?
Just weaponize a microwave.
Oh, but hear me out. If we can take the flaming blade tornadoes and do that with glyph activations,